let's try to discuss in a different way about load list actually. So see, every places they will define it. So the load, how it will be, all those things. You see that here they are defining it as a normal users, emergency users, vital users, right? Something like that. So everywhere, like you see that users needed for the normal activities of protection and permanently extended activities, the lack of which doesn't cause hazardous situation. So this is how the loads are categorized. Okay, and you see that emergency users, like here, alternative power supply of these users is needed to provide continuity to the service, to prevent instrumentation devices and plant from being damaged and to provide in general. So this is like here uh, at least, because when this loads is goes out, right, something is going to somebody is going to get damage or something will happen. So to avoid that, you need to have immediate supply, very vital. This is vital. This is actually any life saving services, you need to give this actually, right? So you see that safeguarding security throughout, okay, you need to give this. But whereas you see that another document, how we have defined it, in this you see we have defined in a different way. Okay, so here I'll show you. You can define it in any ways. You see that here we are classifying into in the different way, C1, C2, C3. Critical load, semi-critical. This is like critical is equal to vital. Semi-critical is equal to that emergency load. Non-critical is equal to like a normal load, right? That one. You see that critical, how we are defining it here. So see, critical load or vital load, you could say that if it is interrupted, even if it is momentarily, if it interrupts, it will cause upset to the continuity of the process. Momentarily, even if it interrupts, there are some process. Even if it momentarily it interrupts, the output of that particular product will not be as expected. There are some process, it is like that. So that is why process plants are very critical, and your chemical engineer will say that because of that electrical system only, the product doesn't come as expected. Okay, so we have to be very conscious and accordingly you have to design it. So those loads you have to put it in a vital category or C1, whichever way you want. Second, you see that semi-critical loads, wherein here you have to provide a backup supply in case of grid failure, right? You see that here these loads can be interrupted for smaller duration, like 2 to 3 minutes, without causing any upsets to the process. Those loads you have to categorize it. How do you categorize it? Each and every load you have to review it, you have to discuss it, and you have to allot the categorization first, right? I'll go step by step. First we need to understand categories, then we need to find out, we have to get the input from process team, and based on that you have to categorize it one by one, right? For that we need to know how we are categorizing it. That is very important, right? Non-critical is something like it can be interrupted for many hours, so that nobody is going to get affected. So those like for example, see in the plant there will be an office. Even if it is interrupted, that is okay. Nothing is going to get impacted, right? So, but these two are very very important, right? So this one you should be able to categorize it. That's what I'm trying to say.